Hey everybody. So I got a message from a student yesterday that kind of inspired me to make this video here. In this message, one of the things that they said is, I suck at meditation. And I had to kind of take a step back and say, no, no, you don't. Don't ever say that. Um, Really, what I kind of want to get to here is, what the importance is of your mindset. Mindset really is everything, right? Um, It is so important to keep your thoughts positive, especially around things that are important to you, like your meditation or your work or your health. You should never, ever, ever let your mind entertain thoughts of failure. You should always only allow yourself to entertain thoughts of success and thoughts of good health, good, success in your meditation, success at work, anything like that. Um, in I'm sure everybody's familiar with the term placebo, right? Placebo is basically where you think something and you get a reaction just because of it. One of the most, common uses of the term placebo is in like medicinal trials, where they're testing out a new drug and they do a double-blind study where some people they don't know whether they're taking placebo or the drug, and um then at the end they compare placebo effect, the placebo group, to the group that took the actual drug. And you'd be surprised how hard it is to beat placebo. You know, there is nothing in the world that is more consistently powerful than placebo. It doesn't matter what the study is. The placebo group almost always shows improvement. And oftentimes the medicine itself, even if it's a drug that is authorized for use, it's usually not that much more powerful than the placebo itself. Um, so, this is evidence that manifestation is real. So if you're thinking that you're going to succeed, you're more likely to succeed, right? Now, since we've talked about nocebo, we kind of have to look at the opposite side of the coin, since this specific student was thinking something bad, there is a term called nocebo, right? And what the nocebo it is basically the opposite of placebo. It's somebody that's thinking something negative, causing something negative to happen, you know this is equally as powerful as placebo is and equally as consistent, so you do not want to nocebo yourself. That's exactly what this student was doing. They were accepting defeat before they'd even tried. um uh, 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 Example that I like to use a lot when I'm talking about this is like a baseball player, right? Because baseball players, it is, if you're a batter, right? If you're hitting even 25% of the time that you go to plate, you're considered an elite hitter, right? Those people fail 75% of the time, and they're still considered an elite hitter, right? Now, if they're going up to the plate, every time they go up, you better believe they believe and they're thinking that they're going to go up there and get a hit, right? And if they fail, they don't let it bother them. They come back the next time believing once again that they're going to get that hit. Um, if they go up there thinking that they're going to fail, they're going to fail 100% of the time. If they go up there thinking they're going to get a hit, they're going to get a hit 25% of the time, right? It kind of reminds me of a quote from Winston Churchill, which says that the very definition of success is the ability to go from one failure to the next with no loss of enthusiasm. Think about that for a second, right? Success is built on the back of failure. Failure is not a bad thing. I have failed so much in my life. I have failed so much in my career. I have failed so much in my meditation journey. And it's from that failure, but not giving up, continuing to keep that enthusiasm, continuing to come back time and time and time again, that has allowed me to eventually start getting some base hits, some home runs, start scoring. This can't really be stated enough. you know, failure is not a bad thing. You know, when you fail, sit down and learn something from it. Look at, is there any way that I can improve for next time? And then get up and go and try again. You know, whether this is meditation, whether it's work, whether it's relationship or social, it really doesn't matter what it is. Most people, when they get failure, they quit, they give up. This is why the majority of society is poor. This is why the majority of society is not successful. This is why the majority of meditators don't get to samadhi, because they give up. It's not because they're not good enough. It's because they give up. They stop trying. They accept defeat. They accept their lot. You know, um, us in the Kriya Yoga world, we have all of these gurus that we hear about, Lahiri Mahashai and Panchanam Bhattacharya and Swami Sri Yukteswar and Yogananda and all of these people. And I want you to understand this right now. They were not born the way that we know them. They were not born that way. They got that way through hard work over many years, through going through multiple failures, but keep pushing on. You can even, in the autobiography of a yogi, look at how often that Yogananda failed. Look at how many difficulties that he had along his path. But he never quit and he never lost his enthusiasm. He kept trying, he kept pushing forward. This is really, really important. Henry Ford said, whether you think that you can or you think that you can't, you are right. You know, and the same goes here. None of these gurus were born successful. They became successful through their own efforts and because they believed they could. If they could do this, if I can do this, so can you. And that's really all that I have to say. So thanks, everybody. Talk to you next time.